everyone, how are you? I'm Julianne. Thank you for being here today. We are going to move through some gentle stretches to bring some life and some hydration into the lower body. So when you're ready, find a comfortable seated position, any which way that you would like to sit. We'll start with a few rounds of breath before we get into a little bit more of our movement. If you'd like to sit with your hands on your knees, they could also rest in your lap. If you're laying down, arms can be resting down by your sides or somewhere along your body. Let's close the eyes and we'll just begin with a few rounds of breath here to settle into our center and give ourselves the next few moments to just be here. Nowhere else to be, nothing else to do, but to be in the present moment. Take a full breath in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Side out. Inhale, breathe in through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. Inhale, breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale. Let it go. As you're ready, let your eyes flicker open, if that feels okay. And we'll come to what's called a bear seat. I'm gonna start to get into our hips. So bend your knees and bring your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance with knees bent. Feet can be flexed here, or they can be a little bit more neutral. You're gonna bring your arms towards your sides or a little bit back behind you. Start to let both knees shift over to the right and then up through center and over to the left. So your knees do not need to touch the ground by any means. Just finding a gentle shift right and left, starting to bring some hydration, some awareness into the hips. You might notice that your upper body is shifting along with your legs. That's totally fine. One more time, both right and left. Using your breath. Next time you shift over to the right, we'll pause and we're gonna allow our upper body to shift over to the right as well. So if you have blocks, this could be a really nice place for blocks or any sort of props to bring your hands up on, or your hands can come towards your front leg or towards the ground. Left leg is going to be behind you and it's bent at a 90-degree angle. Using your effort, I'm going to start to just lift that left knee a tiny bit and then place it back down, and then see if you can lift the left foot. These are teeny tiny movements. Maybe a little shift of the left knee up towards the sky, and then a little shift of the left foot. Teeny tiny movements, just switching between lifting the knee and then lifting the foot. And again, it's like a mini little movement, just bringing some strength into the hip joints, moving slowly between internal and external rotation here. Find one more of the knee and the foot. And then pause, hands will come back behind you and we'll shift up and over to the other side. Shifting the upper body. And this time we'll move through the other leg. So our right leg, we're gonna teeny little lift of the knee and then lift of the foot. And you might notice this is totally different side to side. For me, this side feels like it can move a little bit more. I feel like I have a little bit more freedom of motion here. Completely normal, side to side, to feel different. A little lift of the knee comes back down, tiny lift of the foot. It's really small. Do your best, continue to breathe. We're Bringing some strength in with our stretching. One more time, lifting of the knee and then the foot. Hands come back behind you, unwind. One more time, we'll shift the knees slowly over to the right, back through center, and over to the left. Let your legs slide out in front of you, both legs extended, and start to create some circles through the feet here. So I know you can't quite see my feet, but I'm just circling through my ankles, spreading through the toes, reverse direction. Nice big circles. Hands can just rest on the legs or on the ground. Breathe in and breathe out. And then as you're ready, bend into both knees. Extend your right leg out towards the diagonal. Left foot will come in towards your inner thigh. Pause here for a moment. Take a nice big shoulder roll. Again, if you have blocks, this can be a great place for you to rest your forearms on the blocks or to rest your head down. We are simply just going to find a teeny little fold forward. Our goal here is to start to feel some sensation in towards the right inner thigh, maybe in towards the hips. You might even feel sensation in the back body. But our goal here is to feel that sensation in the right inner thigh as well as the hamstring. So start to find a gentle fold here. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Nice. Use the breath. Breathe in and breathe out. With every exhale breath, sinking deeper into the posture. Full breath in. Stay for the breath out. Take your time. We'll start to gently unwind. Come back to an upright position, and we're going to switch right over to the other side. So our left leg will extend towards the diagonal. Right foot will come in towards your left inner thigh, and we'll set up for a gentle fold. So you could stay up here. You can slowly walk your hands out. You can make a little tower for your blocks. Any position or posture that allows you to just start to feel some gentle sensation in through the inner thigh and the back of the extended leg. So this really gets into the hamstrings, into the hips. Find your breath. With every exhale, soften into the posture. Finding different parts of the body where you may be able to release tension. Softening through your jaw, softening through your stomach. Breathing in and breathing out. Find another full breath in. And stay for your breath out. Gently start to unwind, slowly coming back upright. Then back into your extended leg, and we'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees apart. Heels can be as close to you or as far apart as you'd like. And find a little sway and a little rock side to side here. Anytime we sway or we rock side to side, it's a really nice motion for the nervous system to come back to center and to let the body know that we're safe, we're okay. Pause that rocking motion. Start to bring your elbows a little bit towards the creases of your knees and gently use your elbows to apply a little bit of pressure here to send the knees more downwards. Maybe tuck the chin. Take a full breath in. Stay for the breath out. We'll start to release, and we're going to find our straddle posture, extending both legs out As wide as feels okay. They can be as close together or as wide as your hips will allow. Everyone's hips are different. This is a stretch that you could do every single day to just start to get into the hips, into the legs. So wherever your legs are in space, bring your hands somewhere towards the legs, the thighs, the knees, maybe the shins, and create a little circle with your upper body. And you might notice that as you come towards one side or as you come forward, you feel a little bit more sensation in through the legs, through the hips. Just notice here and take your time. Breathing in and breathing out. Reverse direction. Another breath in and breath out. Start to pause your circles. Take a nice big shoulder roll. Bend back into the knees. We'll keep the knees bent here. Hands can come towards the side or they can come towards behind your thighs. Stretch one leg out at a time. Point and flex your foot here a couple of times. And then we're gonna slide that leg back in. So getting into a little bit of mobility. Stretch your other leg out. Point and flex your foot a few times here. And then slide back in. Slide that right leg out. Point and flex. Slide it back in. Left leg will slide out. Point and flex. Slide it back in. A couple more times here. Bringing some mobility, some hydration. You might start to feel some sensation through the hips here, through the quads as well. Use the breath. One more time this side. Slide it back in. We're gonna come onto one hip and we'll set up for our yogi squat. So if you have blocks, make a little tower with your blocks and you can sit right on your blocks. If you don't have blocks, you're gonna come to an all fours position. Step your right foot flat on the mat, toes turned out a bit, knee is bent. And then you're gonna step your left foot the exact same way as if you're heading into a squat here. And then you'll just let your hips sink down. You can adjust as needed, so feet can come closer or further apart. Toes facing out, heels facing in. Hands can stay on the ground. If you're on blocks, you'll just take a seat, so your hips will be right on the blocks. You can start to bring your hands towards your heart center. Elbows will press in towards the knees, just as we did in that butterfly stretch, whether you're seated on blocks or not. Maybe you start to find a little shift side to side, a gentle little movement. Let your eyes close. You can circle your head and your neck. This might feel a little bit intense in the lower body, so find your breath here. Breathe in, full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Wherever you are, we'll all bring our fingertips to the earth and then start to extend through the legs. Hips will reach towards the sky, coming into our standing forward fold. Let your toes shift forward. So now feet are parallel. They could be hips width or a little bit wider. Bend into one knee and then into the other. So fingertips can be towards the earth. You can also take your blocks and shift them right underneath your hands as you bend one knee and bend the other. Good, bending into one knee and then the other. Let your head hang nice and heavy. And then as you're ready, bending as much or as little into both knees. Let your whole upper body find a nice rock side to side. Breathing in and breathing out. Bend both knees. Slowly start to make your way back down onto the earth to come towards a comfortable seat. Take your time to arrive. And when you find that comfortable seat, reach your arms out and up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands together towards your heart center. Let your eyes soften, close. Notice how your body is feeling. Check in with the lower body. Check in with any sensations you might be experiencing. And take a moment to feel really grateful for yourself, for choosing to make time to take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit. I thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Thanks, everyone. I hope your lower body feels a little bit more free. We did do a little bit of strengthening as well, so you might feel a little bit of soreness, but along with that strengthening, we stretched and lengthened as well. Thank you so much for being here. Please feel free to comment. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to seeing you soon.